I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The vision of Doral Academy Charter Middle and High School is to set the standard for outstanding student achievement while providing a safe and nurturing academic environment.
Good morning, Firebirds. I'm Stephanie Sakara.
And I'm Daniel Lugo.
Coming up on Firebird TV,
Alexander will keep us updated with what's trending.
in light of recent events in Puerto Rico, we will let you know what you can do to help.
Kevin will be informing us on this week's sports.
And Maria will show us the best places to get a quick meal here in Doral. And happy Friday, Firebirds.
With a long weekend ahead, that means one more day to procrastinate.
But don't.
You're probably going to procrastinate.
Don't do your homework Monday night.
Check Twitter all weekend.
Speaking of Twitter, here's Alexander Puga with this week's Twitter tracker.
Hey there, Firebirds. I'm Alexander Puga, here to give you your social media fix with this week's Twitter tracker. It's been a pretty serious week between global and political issues, and Twitter has been vocal. After Hurricane Maria had made landfall in Puerto Rico, multiple organizations and public figures have reached out. The Firebirds, it's important that you lend a hand as well. Key Club, in association with Firebird TV, will be collecting canned foods and cases of water. Make sure to donate. This past weekend, multiple NFL teams have been taking a knee during the national anthem, causing controversy on Twitter, even leading our president to speak out. Now I want to leave you guys off with a positive note. When summer comes to an end, the only thing to look forward to is fall TV. And this week, some of the highly anticipated shows have premiered, including fan favorites This Is Us, The Big Bang Theory, and The Voice, some newcomers like the True Crime Menendez trials, and perhaps the most talked about show, The Return of Will and Grace. Now that's all the updating I have for this week, Firebirds. Have a great weekend, and remember to keep tweeting.
As you may know, a hurricane has recently hit Puerto Rico.
Which hit close to home to many of our Firebirds.
Here's what you can do to help.
2 days after Hurricane Maria slammed into Puerto Rico, people are still being rescued.
This is where you see the flooding that remains 1 week later.
Americans waiting in line, desperate to buy fuel.
95% of the island has no power.
Puerto Rico's water crisis.
Puerto Rico needs a lot of help.
Well, my family was affected directly. They live in a pueblo called La Piedra, which is about 40 minutes south of San Juan, and just kind of below where the eye hit, the eye wall. So they were pretty much devastated. My dad specifically told me they looked like a bomb hit the pueblo where everything was just wiped out. So it's really, really sad. The infrastructure of the island, it was really weak before the hurricane even hit. And when a Category 5 hits a small island that's only 200 by 300 as far as distance of the island, it got pretty wiped up.
I have my grandpa, my grandma, and my uncle and my aunt. They live over there. My grandma, she has like some health problems, so like if she doesn't get the medication she needs, then
We want everybody to get involved, from parents to faculty, administrators, students. It's important that we do this together. Now we're trying to raise water and hoping everybody could donate a case of water, and our goal is to fill up our green wall in our studio. The studio wall is pretty big, and we feel like it's a good kind of visual as far as a goal for the students to see.
Despite this chaotic school year,
Our athletes have still managed to thrive and take the bull by the horn.
now here's Kevin Soler with your sports update.
Good morning, Firebirds. My name is Kevin Soler, here with your Firebird TV Weekly Sports Report. kicking off this week's segment with the boys football team. The boys rounded off homecoming week on Friday, beating Ronald Reagan Senior High by a score of 47-6 in dominant fashion. They carried on with their success yesterday as they defeated Mater Academy on the road. They will be back in action early next week. Next up, we have our girls volleyball team. The girls won earlier this week in straight sets against Jackson and hope to continue their success tonight on the road at St. Brendan at 7:30. Be sure to show up and support the team and come dressed in red, showing your school spirit. Last but certainly not least, we have our Firebird swim team. Our Firebird swim team was very successful this past Wednesday, winning their meet at Ransom and defeating Belen, Lords, Mylander, and of course Ransom at the meet. That's all we got this week in sports. Signing off for Firebird TV, this has been Kevin Soler reporting.
You know, Lugo, I'm getting kind of hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Let's head over to Katika.
And take a bite out of this week's entertainment. It was funny, okay?
Ugh, it's so late and I'm so hungry. Hey there, Firebirds. I'm Maria Tica, and as you can see, I'm stuck in a pretty sticky situation. As you may know, a lot of people get stuck in these similar situations where they're super hungry, but it's late at night and nothing's open. So I'm here to help you find my favorite late night spots. Hey there, Firebirds. My first stop for you guys is at Denny's. They're open 24 hours a day, so at any time during the day, they can satisfy your cravings. Come on. So for the first round, I chose some Denny's buttermilk pancakes from the Valley Money. They're very soft, good, and really cheap and affordable. If you guys are looking for something good and cheap, be sure to check these guys out. 4 out of 5 pancakes for me. We're here at Los Verdes, my personal favorite. It closes at 5 a.m. on the weekends. But remember, don't break your curfew. Let's go. So here at Los Verdes Cafe, I ordered the chicken quesadilla. And let me tell you, it was an amazing bite for the amazing price. Oh, and by the way, 10 out of 10 quesadillas. Yep, you guessed it, Firebirds. Our final stop for this segment is at the famous Mickey D's. Their menu always is quick, easy, and always satisfies my needs. Come on, let's go. As you can see, Firebirds, I'm still kind of tired because a Happy Meal always makes me happy. Overall, I give it a 4 out of 4 chicken nuggets. That's all for today, Firebirds. Hope I didn't make you too hungry while waiting for class. I'm Maria Dica signing off and super stuffed. Oh.
And finally, here's this week's announcements.
Good morning, Firebirds. I'm Alejandra Torres, back to make sure you're keeping up with all the announcements for this upcoming week. Good news, Firebirds. Yearbook sales for $75 have now been extended until next week on Thursday, October 5th. Make sure you buy them before the prices start to rise. Make sure you look cute on Thursday and Friday of next week because yes, you guessed it, it's picture day. You can now find price details on our school website or with any of our yearbook staff. Today, after school, is the first Spanish National Honor Society meeting of the year in room 318C, Miss Hermida's room. I'll see you there, Firebirds. FBTV and Key Club have teamed up to collect cases of water for those affected in Puerto Rico. Please be considerate and generous for those who are suffering. That's all your announcements for this week, Firebirds. I'm Alejandra Torres signing off. Now, back to your anchors.
And like all good things,
This FBTV Weekly must come to an end.
I'm Stephanie Sequeira.
And I'm Daniel Lugo. And FBTV Weekly ends now.
Despite this chaotic, I don't hear my mom.
Okay,
Disgusting.
don't stop recording.
Here's Alexander Puga with this week's Twitter tracker.